Hey guys! Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vanitarenee. Today's gonna be like a chit-chatty hair routine video. I did not do an update on my microlocs since I hit 6 months, but I don't feel like I have much to add. So if you want the nitty-gritty, I have 2 other videos. The first one is the installation process, and then the second one is the 6-month update. So you can go ahead, watch those, and then come back here. And if you came here to search for a sign, should I do it? Should I not? Just do it. Lock your hair. So I did try to film like other clips before, but I realized I was kind of going on a rant and telling the stories. And I didn't want to tell the stories because it's just a hot mess. But I'll summarize some things. But first, I had my hair chilling in a mask for more than 20 minutes. It was supposed to be 20 minutes, but it's been more than 20 minutes. Oh, she actually looks very voluminous. So let me show you what products I use for my hair in the shower. These aren't my go-tos, but they're just in the house, so I've been using them. This is the Dove Nourish and Clarify shampoo, and then the Nourish and Clarify conditioner. They smell medicated, so that's how you know it's good for your scalp. It has aloe vera and tea tree oil. I'm super excited to wash my hair. It's super fun to wash your hair when you have locks, at least for me. Like I love just letting it hang. So I'm gonna go wash my hair and I will be right back to chat with you guys. The washing is fun. The styling, not so much. Ooh. It is time to actually try the style I want to do bantu knots and then take them out in the morning and see the curls form, which is beautiful. I've done a braid out in, I think, a Vlogmas video. I don't remember which Vlogmas it was, but just watch all of them so you can find it. But I'm just gonna start talking, okay? So first of all, you guys are probably like, you did not lose all your friends. Like, I'm your friend. But there was a moment in time where I felt like I had no friends. And I just felt so lonely. Everybody had turned their back on me and I felt like I couldn't really talk about it. We're gonna talk about how I dealt with it. First thing, I determined that I was the problem. I was in denial for a long time and I was like, I'm not the problem, they're the problem. They did have problems. But I was the problem because I allowed them to disrespect me. And that was completely my fault. Because I can't control if they're gonna disrespect me or not. But I did not care about myself enough to stand up for myself. Therefore, when the disrespect came, I just had to take it. That was my issue. And that was what finally let me know, hey, you're the problem. This is a scalp care prebiotic serum. It smells so good. I would literally wear this if it was perfume or lotion or whatever. I would wear it. So after determining that I was the problem, I sat and I evaluated the situation. Now for context, there was just a lot of not listening going on and lack of communication, even though I was the one trying to communicate. But you know what? The second thing I had to do was realize God removed these people for a reason. Because imagine this, right? If you have friends, they're supposed to be the ones you go to when you're stressed out, not the ones that stress you out. So why would you want them in your life still if they're the ones stressing you out and then you have nobody to tell about the stress? Like, make it make sense. So the first time this happened to me, I was about to graduate college and the situation extended from that time to like the beginning of college for me. So this all happened in 2022. It was a long time ago. But there's a part of me that is still really hurt and wishes that I did something different. I wish that I established early on in the friendship, hey, this is not gonna slide, because people would make jokes all the time and I'd be like, haha, I know it's a joke, so I'm gonna let it go. But if it secretly hurt me, I don't know why I didn't say anything, which is why I'm saying it's my fault. Because if I said something earlier, they would have been like, oh yeah, Benita doesn't like this, so I'm not gonna do it. Only if they're a good friend. In that situation, I found myself like begging to resolve the issue. And another thing, if they don't want to resolve it, just leave it. Let it fade out, because again, if it's not meant to be, it will not happen. Also, this is a concoction I use in my hair. It's castor oil, jojoba oil, and rosemary oil. For some more context, there was a lot of misunderstanding, which was hand in hand with the lack of communication, because if someone had just asked questions, there wouldn't be an issue really. but in addition to the assumptions, there was a lot of ignorance. But you know what sucks, guys? Oh my gosh. People will be jealous, and this has altered the way I interact with people, right? Both these situations, I'm pretty sure happened because of a boy. The second one for sure. But the first one, I'm pretty sure happened because of a boy. Both situations, I did not like this boy. In the first situation, I was being left out of things and somebody let it slip. And since I was such a people pleaser, I didn't bring it up to anybody. And I was talking to some other friends and they were kind of defending me. And then it ended up being like this clash. And then somebody fed lies to the other side that was defending me. So then everybody was against me. And I was like, oh, this is scary. This is the Nexus Repair and Nourish hair oil. It smells like roses. So when everybody was kind of like on the same page without asking like my side of anything, it just really sucked. And I was like, there's no way, right? This has to be a prank. I wish I could explain further, but that would require me telling other people's business. But the main takeaway is, oh my gosh, what is in my eyeball? Okay, I'm alive. So yes, the main takeaway was I was being left out and I found out. And those are not real friends. Like, their reasoning was, oh, you're probably not gonna be allowed to go anyway, when they were talking about planning stuff. And I was like, okay, but it's the principle, it's the gesture of asking me to go somewhere. Even if you think the answer is gonna be no, at least ask. It shows me that you appreciate my company, and it shows me that, you know, we're friends. So when I found that out, I was like, oh no, this ain't it. And things eventually fizzled out. But another thing I realized, and this really helped me deal with losing these people, it was a cult. Let me explain myself, please, before I do. This is the L'Oreal Ever Pure Bond Repair Oil in Serum. I got it for free, so I use it, but I don't think I would buy it again. But yes, the cult. It was scary, y'all. Let me get some clips. So, you know how cults have a leader, and I realized that this friend group definitely had a leader. And it was a group of 7 for a moment. It was 6, then 7. Somebody was technically a member because we would go out together and stuff, but she saw through it and she left. I should have been right there with her. I don't know how small to make these sections, but yeah, she saw through it and she got out of there. And I only realized what she meant after the fact, like after they dumped me. And I was like, this is really weird, y'all. It was like when a spoiled child gets whatever they want all the time, and she was straight up a bully. I peeped that early on. It was such a small school that I felt like I had no choice but to be friends, but it was awful. But when I realized like this was cultish behavior, I was just like, oh, now I'm really glad I'm out of this group. Because when you treat one person in the group like a queen and everybody else like garbage, it's like, hello? What are we really doing right now? And they're all like still friends. I don't know if they're like a group or if they just talk to each other individually, but that is not my business. Oh, my arms are already tired and I have done 2. So here's some advice I have, right? If you're in a group right now, if you're in a friend group and it seems like they're always coming after you and you don't know if it's just you and you don't know if you're imagining it, you're probably not imagining it. I mean, every situation is different, but I don't know, like if you feel like you're the only one being attacked, then there's no explanation for that. You are being attacked. In that group, I was always the butt of the jokes. It would always be like, oh, lighten up. We're just kidding. But you're not, though. Look for some red flags. Because trust me when I say the red flags are there. You just gotta look real hard. Don't get attached to people too quick because that was my issue. So now, the second situation, I was convinced that because I was in college, there would never be anything like this that happens because everybody's mature. Feels worse because you expect maturity at your big age in college, but If you watch my last story time, you know this has to do with Bestie. Bestie and I are like super close. We tell each other every single thing. We see this friendship lasting forever. Maid of honor forever. So when I come back from a trip in 2023 and I see that somebody new joined the friend group, a man, I was like, okay, I guess I have to roll with it. I was out of the country several hours ahead in a different time zone. So I'm not caught up on everything. Fast forward, we're all friends. Friends. She thinks I like him. And I'm like, girl, I do not like this man. Especially because I know you like this man. So even if I did like him, I'm gonna try to, you know, girl code. Like, she doesn't believe me. And text messages came out of her like trying to get me kicked out the friend group. And of course, everybody's like, yeah. Cult leader. It's a common theme in these groups, I'm telling you. And everybody's like, yeah, like, I know you're stressed because of her, so we can just stop talking to her. I'm not even making this up. This was literally in text messages. I was reading them. How was I reading them? Because I certainly wasn't in those group messages. Someone else who saw through all of it, common themes, who was a part of it, and she apologized and everything. She came to me and was like, hey, this is what you're talking about. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So by this time, I'm a little stronger. I'm trying not to be as much of a pushover as I used to be. And I'm like, let's figure this out right now. Because I've been through this already. I don't need round 2. Because I was not looking to fix anything. Because if you saw the things that were said, you wouldn't want to fix things either. And when I started this, I wanted to just make them see how crazy they sounded, because I was like, guys, this is all over a boy. I hope you know that. A boy who does not like you. And I will admit, like, it was really hard for me to do all that, because I was like, oh my gosh, like, no, I got people to avoid, like, I know I don't got this friend group. But I did have other friends. But I lost a group. Like, we were hanging out, we were planning trips that probably weren't gonna happen, but we were planning them. I loved those people, like I genuinely did. But when I saw the pathological lying and the manipulation, it was just so awful. That really helped me get over the loss of those friends, because those sketchy messages went back a long time. And I was like, dang, we hung out after you said this. Like, this is insane. And because of this, if I have a friend that has a boyfriend, I am not interacting with that boyfriend more than I need to. One thing I don't need is somebody else telling me like, oh yeah, she was talking to my boyfriend. This makes sense. I'm not, no. You tell me you got somebody, I'm not talking to them. I don't care. These things have now altered my brain chemistry. That is how I think now. I will not follow anybody's boyfriend unless we're friends. Just even talking about this makes me really sad. Like, it's just crazy how far lies and manipulative words can go. If I was messy, I would explain things in more detail, but I'm not messy. I'm a clean queen. But seriously, if you're in a situation where you feel like you're being wronged by a friend, say something. Everybody wants to be nice, right? But don't be a pushover. Forgive me for the noise. Everybody's home now. I don't even remember what I was talking about. I'm all over the place at this point. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, but yes, let's move on to my current friends. My current friends are people that actually genuinely care about me. I'm pouring into them the same way they're pouring into me. Because you just gotta do what's best for you at this point. Life is too short for you to be a pushover, y'all. Just don't be surprised when you're ignoring red flags and then you pray for God to take the unnecessary people out your life, and then they go, I'm so excited. Honestly, how bad could it really turn out? All right, so this is what we looking like right now. If you see some strands sticking out, ignore that. So I will see you guys in the morning, God willing, when I wake up, and I'll see what I think. Good morning. It is time to take these out. And I hope during the time I was sleeping, you cut off those terrible friends that I helped you realize were terrible friends. I am running a little bit behind schedule, so I just need this to hurry up and unravel. Okay. It's only one. Okay, let's go through these. Oh my gosh, what is this? Okay, relax. Well, Here's the final product. No, there's no. Get it out. Get it out of my hair. Get it out. I need to leave. I need to leave and my hair looks like this. So this is gonna have to do. I'm gonna take scrunchies with me and hopefully when I get there, I can kind of try to put something together, but I need to go.
No, it's true. You got me